In this episode, I'm talking all about the power of decluttering. Now, I'm not talking about physical decluttering here. This isn't about your physical environment. It's more about removing the bump from your headspace, from your mental capacity. So, without further ado, let's get going. Do you ever feel like you're drowning in a sea of marketing musts and shitty business shoulds? Yeah? Well, you're in the right place. Your Biz, Your Rules is here to help you kick that crap out of the road so you can build your biz your way. Is it just me? Or do you also feel kind of overwhelmed and kind of drained whenever you open up your internet browser? Now, I know I spoke about this a little bit when I came back from holiday back in October, but after spending that week away, enjoying the sun and the wine and the great conversations and the books and the zero working, to have to open up all of those apps again and just get bombarded with information and petty annoyances really ruined it for me. It's like the zen was gone. The zen was gone almost instantly. And so I really started to think about what it is that gets me down, what it is that zaps all of my energy, that makes me feel a bit meh about everyday life. And I came up with a whole bunch of stuff, like stuff that just irritates me. So things like when I go to a website that needs login information, I have like 10 different logins for every site because I've still got all of the like client logins that I've ever worked with. Or not being able to find something on my PC because my downloads folder is just full of crap. Or my pen's always running out. Or my post-its not sticking where they should be sticking. Or all of this nonsense that I'm seeing in my Facebook feed. All of these little things that really just, like, they're not massive problems. They're not things that are going to ruin my life. But they're just things that make me feel a bit on a daily basis. So what I decided to do is go through and just get rid of all of these unnecessary things that are taking up room in my brain and in my environment. So I thought I'd share those with you, and I thought that we could all as a collective just go through and ditch those little annoyances, ditch those things that irritate us, that slow us down, that, you know, make us feel a bit meh. So I'm going to share a handful of mine that I've been systematically going through and getting rid of. And feel free to copy these, feel free to add your own, feel free to hit me up on Instagram and share what yours are, because I'm always looking for more stuff to delete. But without further ado, here you go. So the first thing, like I said, I have so many login details to everything, and because I use LastPass, the browser extension, they're just automatically there. So what I'm doing is going through that, and there are hundreds and hundreds of logins that I have saved in there, and I'm just eliminating everything that I no longer need. So anything that is from a client that I don't currently work with is gone. If I start working with them again in the future, they can just resend the information. I'm fine with asking for that again. I'd rather have that than accidentally logging into all of the different places using the wrong details. So the second thing, like I think I already mentioned this one too, is just deleting everything out of my downloads folder. If I haven't been in there to find something, like in the past 3 weeks, it's going. You can always download things again. Always. Number 3, the dissatisfactory stationery. So all of those free pens that just don't write too well. Have you ever had a rubber that instead of rubbing things out neatly, it just makes smudges across the page? So I've thrown away 3 of those. I've given away packs of staples that don't actually fit into my stapler. I've got rid of all of the cheap post-its that just seem to fall off anything that I stick them to. I've got rid of all of the free notebooks that have paper that just feels not good. So anything that's just annoying. Anything that is annoying on your desk or in your workroom, anything that's annoying, get rid of it. Why do you want to be annoyed by your stationery? Go to Paper Chase and buy something lovely. Trust me, it's nice in there. You'll thank me for it. Okay, number 4. Any of the wish list wants that you don't actually want. Because I hate logging onto Amazon and getting flooded with recommendations of things that I don't actually want. And those recommendations are based on both your browsing history and the things on your wish list. So make sure that everything on that list is something that you currently want. Now, what I've noticed as I've gone through mine is that I've got a load of books on there that I've actually since bought either on Audible or borrowed from the library or whatever, and either way I've read them already, so they don't need to be on my wish list. And another reason that it's a good plan to do this right before Christmas is if you tidy up your wish list, add things you actually want, you can send that to your family and friends for great gift ideas that are not just going to take up space, because like I said, they're things you actually want, and it stops clogging up your Amazon feed, which is great. Number 5, and this might seem like a scary one, Facebook friends. So today I went through my Facebook account and without even thinking twice deleted about 120 people that I don't really know. So these are sort of business acquaintances that have added me from Facebook groups and then not even bothered to speak to me. So I've just deleted them because I don't care if they're there or not. Another thing I did was I went through and just marked which of the people on there are actually close friends and which are just acquaintances. And what really surprised me is that I have, I'd say, a maximum of 10 close friends, and that's including family members. Everyone else on there is an acquaintance. And I'm kind of tempted to go back through and delete a lot of the acquaintances, because if I'm being brutally honest, I'm not bothered if I'm Facebook friends with people that I went to primary school with. If they're not people that I would stop in the street and actually speak to, then why do I need to know what's going on in their lives? I don't. It's just taking up space in my brain. And on this, of a similar ilk, we're going to talk about Instagram. So I go through phases of following tons and tons of new people on Instagram and discovering amazing new accounts. But every now and then you've just got to have a cull. You've got to have a cull, go through and get rid of the things that no longer inspire you. Get rid of the accounts that you sort of roll your eyes at whenever they pop up into your feed. We've all got them. And cultivate that space as somewhere that inspires you, that motivates you, that makes you think or makes you want to engage with people. The beautiful thing about Instagram is that you can make it whatever you want. It's not about the people you know in real life. It's about welcoming in all of the stuff that you actually want to see. So make sure it's just stuff you want to see. And then last but not least, let's talk about unnecessary email folders. You do not have to file your emails like a crazy person. If something has been dealt with, if it's been actioned, archive it. All email inboxes now have fantastic search functions, so take advantage of those instead and just drag everything into one simple archive folder. Not only does it save you time, but it saves you time. It really does save you time. It's not just about finding things again, but sometimes actually filing things in 50 different folders takes up way more time than just dragging it into one. Okay, so there you go. Get rid of logins you no longer need. Delete everything in your downloads folder. Discard the dissatisfactory stationery. Make sure your wish list is filled with things you actually want. Filter out crappy Facebook friends. Make Instagram inspiring again. And simplify your inbox system. That's it. Now go do your homework and come and find me on Instagram to let me know what you think of this episode and share anything else that you are choosing to delete from your headspace today. Thank you so much for listening. I genuinely hope that you enjoyed listening to this episode as much as I enjoyed creating it, because seriously, I love this stuff. Now, if you'd like to take it a little bit further, if you'd like to learn more from me, just have a bit of a chat, or share your thoughts on this show, then please do come find me on Instagram. My handle is @DaraCharlotte. I'll see you there.